So this is interesting. This one is about money. Okay. So the question is, more than 2 years ago, I got some money from my parents that I would like to invest wisely, but the pandemic and rising prices, I have no clue what to do. I prefer buying some real estate, but so far nothing's worked out. Objects I'm interested in always get sold quicker than I can say yes. This happened last week again. And investing in the stock market is not my cup of tea, I guess. I know I have a deep-rooted fear that I might lose money or make a foolish decision. Yet not doing anything and letting the money sit in the bank is the worst option. What is blocking me from finding a good way of investing the money? And also, what is blocking me from finding an apartment or the real estate that is for my highest good? Well, what I think this is really about, Silke, is the fear, so the ego fear that's sat in there, false evidence appearing real, is that the fear is that I won't have money again. I'll never have this again. It's this sort of assumption that you're given, you have a large sum of money once, and that's it. That's how it sees it. And also, on top of that, you've been programmed to believe that you can't be trusted to manage large sums of money. So you're scared to handle it. You're scared to make a decision. You're scared to handle it. So I think the question has to become, which is more going into the instinct. You'll feel this. You'll feel, okay, this is kind of an instinct question that helped you engage things and change things, which is, how can Silke start to handle money better? How could she start to handle the responsibility of handling money better? Okay. Or even if we can kind of ask it on that basis, what can she do to handle it better? Or what's in the way of her handling it better? We've already kind of had a look at that, which is this unconscious belief that she can't be trusted. She's been programmed to believe that she can't be trusted with handling large sums of money. And that comes from very early on, feels like age 10, 11. Okay, so let's have a look. So how can Silke start to handle money better? It's almost like, your whole unconscious goes, no, it's dirty, dirty, dirty. It's not mine to handle. I shouldn't be handling it. That's someone else's job. That's someone else's responsibility. I shouldn't be handling it. Men are supposed to do that, not women. There's that. Okay, so let's have a look. So how can Silke start to handle money better? Let's have a look. Gosh, this is interesting. Very interesting. So this is about, so for you, actually, what this money represents is adventure and freedom. Okay, here we go. Look at those sort of unicorn-shaped deer leaping, which is they're free. There's a freedom there. There's a movement in them. There's a freedom movement in them. Okay. There we go. So Silke's saying, yes, my parents always said that I was bad with money. That's a deep programming. Don't think it's true, but I'm also scared to have much to do with money issues. Yeah, it's true because it's sat there in your unconscious. Otherwise, I wouldn't have found it like that. So it's about adventure. So money to you is about adventure and freedom, which you're delaying. Okay, it's the Hanged Man there. Why? Why is she delaying this? Because it represents coming into herself. And she's worried that what coming into herself really means. So when Silke feels, yeah, I have my own freedom, I can do whatever I want, what does that really mean? She's scared that it's going to disrupt things, it's going to upset the status quo, that kind of thing. And that's represented as in your ability to create abundance. Okay, that's where he becomes worried that it's going to disrupt. Because actually, that freedom brings everything together for you. It's a whole new world. And you, again, here we go. Here we go. Da, da, da. We've got the Fool again, which is, and then if you get everything running smoothly in a direction that you want, the deepest, darkest fear is that you be humiliated. Everything's running your way, which is that whole new cycle again. Will I be humiliated? Will I be humiliated for entering my own direction? And we've got this flipping man back again. It's the father, it's the authority. Are you allowed to experience yourself outside of your father's authority? And the answer right now is no. Your ego is saying, no, we're not allowed to. We're too frightened to. But your instinct is saying, and your intuition, what's your instinct, because it's given you the money, is no, now we need to push free. We need to push, we need to trust, and we need to trust that we can, and we're perfectly capable of managing money. So again, like genies, piece of paper, get to it, write down, why am I not trusted with money? Get that out. Very much shaped around father energy. And I think it's to do with quite a few of you. It's to do with father-daughter relationship. It's kind of as though if the feeling is, or maybe this is in the father's energy, is that if I'm not taking care of my daughter financially or responsible for her or frightening the life out of her that she can or can't look after herself, then she has no need for me. And it's the male's, it's the father's way of maintaining connection to feel needed, rather than, well, actually I can have a very capable, very independent daughter and she still needs me. And she's very much still part of my emotional world. And I think that this is what we're looking at, is that unconscious fear of the fathers, that means then that if you're independent, completely independent of him, then he thinks that he won't have a connection. Okay, so it's kind of like, it's not your fear of abandonment, it's the father energy fear of abandonment. Oh, okay, excellent. So Silke says, OMG, spot on, Heidi. I'm getting so emotional. I haven't been courageous enough to admit that to myself. Okay, excellent. Good, 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 good.